In my particular call, I remember I was 19 years old, and I asked the Lord, what has He called me to do? I was surprised, and immediately He said, I've called you to be a prophet. Now, I thought when He said that I was a prophet, but it took many years of preparation, which I can talk about in another program. I think it would help many people to talk about that preparation. But I thought that I was something, and I wasn't. I had a gift. I could move in prophecy. I could move in word of knowledge. I was actually not bad at it for such a young age. But I didn't understand that those gifts did not make me something. They were gifts given by God to equip His people. I didn't really understand what that meant until many years later. So I walked through a process, and we all walk through a process. When I was 33 years old, our church was experiencing a massive revival in the United States. We had people coming from everywhere, and the meetings were lasting up to 7-8 hours most days, and we were doing meetings between 5 to 7 days a week. I know that's a lot, but when you're in a revival, you change your life because God is moving. And it was amazing, the things He was doing, the signs, the wonders, the miracles, the salvations. It was unbelievable and yet wonderful at the same time. In one of those meetings, people came and prayed for me. They prayed that God would show me the next step. I hadn't asked for that, but they prayed that. Now, before they prayed that, I had felt a stirring on the inside of me where I knew that something was getting ready to happen in my life, that things had changed, and I had walked through a prophet of leading churches, pastoring churches, equipping people, going through deserts, experiencing suffering and rejection, everything that we all do, but prophets in the making, prophets in training experience. So I knew that something was getting ready to happen, but I didn't know what it was. So when they laid hands on me, the Spirit of God came strong upon me, stronger than I have ever experienced, and I have experienced wonderful things in the presence of God. But this was an overwhelming experience, and I went into a trance, a real biblical trance.